I was born in Mayo. My father and mother, my father's people is from Mayo. My mother had 15 of us, and my father was a tinsmith, so we lived a quite easy, normal life. My mother was although we travelled around a lot, but she told us a story as well. She said the day she got married, the priest that married her, this is what she told us, Lord Mercer. The priest said to her, when you have children, will you put them to school? And she said she would. So years ago, we quite a high respect for, the priest said that to you. And she did, she put us to school. We got a bit of school. Every time we moved, she'd always find school, and she put us into it. My father's idea of what school was, you didn't need it because you had hands. My mother had a different look on it. You were the country people, and we were the travellers. Yeah, that's what we... I might have other names for you as well, but I'm not going to say, I'm saying everybody know their own. Yeah, but my father was a well-respected man. He was a tinsmith. He made the buckets and stuff. So he was quite well got and mannerly in the area. Everywhere he went, he was known. And my mother was they were easy people, they didn't get into bother. I never came from no feuds families or anything like that, so. My mother made paper roses, paper flowers, yeah. She'd make a few of them out of toilet paper and wire, and I see her making them. I remember her making them, and she'd be out the country, and she was a fortune teller, yourself. And she'd have her own way of doing things, making a few bob, and he'd have his own way. And they were well, honest people, brought us up in the best way they could. And, I wouldn't change them for the world. They were good people. The story of this scarf is, I went over to see my mother. It was the anniversary of my brother, which would have been 40 years. It would have been 40's birthday, but it'd be years gone. So we went over and we had a little get together for the day. And she'd asked me, would I come back from her husband, which is my father. His birthday was the 7th of August. That would have been the anniversary of my brother. He died and got drowned that day. Yeah, so normally when you go over once, you go back in a while later, but I just looked at her in the bed and she said, will you come back again? She never asked that before. And I said, I will. And when we're all I still have the pictures, we're all saying goodbye. We hadn't seen each other in a while, and we're all getting a bit emotional, and we're going to come back. And we said, we didn't spend enough time with them. But when I got into the taxi, this scarf was hanging out of my shoe cat, and I looked down, and I said, oh my God, I'm in trouble, my mother's scarf. And I looked at my sister and she said, oh, don't worry. But you know what, you couldn't use my mother's things without asking her. And
she was strict like that.
Yeah, and I am as well now when I think back to her. You don't touch my things without asking. I know now when I think back to my mother, my children tells me, what's the big deal? It's only a simple thing, but I said, no, you didn't ask. And my sister said, I said, will I ring her, will I post it back to her, or will I bring it over to her the next time? She said, no, keep it, she said. And then she'd blackguard me, she'd drinks back, scarf there, the one I'll tell about you, She's a younger sister, And all right, then we went back over, and I never said anything about the scarf, never said anything to her about it. And then I'd spent 5 nights and 5 days with her, very crucial, because I didn't know it was going to be the last time. But then she passed on the 13th of December, and I wore the scarf to her funeral. And she still doesn't know that I have it. She knows now. Yeah, and it's amazing about the scarf. Purple is her colour. I take it everywhere with me. I sleep under my pillow when I'm having stressful days, and it's very precious to me.